She was in such a rush that she decided to arrive 2 months early. She was born 2 pounds and 11 ounces in Livingston, New Jersey, and has not stopped living her life to the fullest. She has lived in New York, New Jersey, Florida, and she currently lives in Illinois with her younger sister, Taylor, mother, and father. Jordyn is a freshman at UHI, where she is a percussionist on the band and a member of the award-winning speech team. She is an accomplished pianist, dedicates much of her spare time to servant leadership. She is a member of Jack and Jill of America, where she serves as vice president, a member of the NAACP, and is founder and CEO of Surf Plus One. She has written 3 books. Holy moly. We're still on youth, right? Enjoys mentoring and volunteering and has received numerous academic and sports awards. So please help me welcome Miss Jordyn Blythe and Miss
What would give a teenage girl the audacity to believe that she could lead a military force into battle? What could convince a 14-year-old female to fight for her rights in a patriarchal society? Now, on the surface, it may seem like the common denominator for Joan of Arc and Malala Yousafzai is that they're both teenagers. However, the real similarity is that both of these young women put forward the wonderful leadership traits that are inherent in all of us. And these traits are inherent regardless of age. Now think about it. Why shouldn't we exploit our leadership qualities at our earliest opportunity? What would make us wait? Why should we wait? What truly good thing could come from delaying potential? So let's talk about these inherent leadership traits. These traits include being a good teacher, being a good learner, being a good servant, and being a good community citizen. I believe we should take advantage of these 4 leadership traits as soon as we understand that we can make a difference in the world. And quite frankly to me, it's as soon as we take our first breath. More on that to come later. One of the more considerable ways we can lead is by being good community citizens. We can do that through changing archaic laws and antiquated written and unwritten societal rules. The appropriate way, of course. This isn't new. Young adults have been challenging the status quo since the beginning of time. Now, what does that mean? In this generation, we constantly see shifts in world and societal views. This is the result of young adults, mostly college age, deciding that they are fed up with the injustice in the world. From sit-ins in Alabama to the student protests during the Vietnam War, young leaders have always been ready to take a stand. Nowadays, however, the signs that students are making are not only seen by the people standing next to them. Rather, they have the opportunity for global viewership. Social media has given rise to the new voice of young adults by making it much easier to bring about collective awareness. From Arab Spring to the Occupy movement, to determining the outcome of national elections, to campaigns against bullying, social media has allowed my generation to say how we feel, connect with others around the world who feel the same, and start making a change. Imagine that. Social media has given us the opportunity to be global community citizens. Remember when I said leadership begins with your first breath? I know that my first breath started the journey of development, growth, inspiration, and hope that only the youngest leaders can exude. Now, what am I talking about here? Well, literally and figuratively, I was in a bit of a rush to begin my leadership journey. Now let me clarify. I was born 2 pounds 11 ounces and 2 months early. And there are 2 factors that allow me to be here today. Number 1, being my strong mother. And number 2, the help of an amazing organization called the March of Dimes. The March of Dimes helps raise money for the treatment of premature babies. And because of their research, I now have the strong lungs and heart that allow me to speak before you today. The March of Dimes is my family's organization of choice, but for whatever organization you choose, you have the option to become a servant leader as soon as possible. It's amazing how contagious being a servant leader actually is. And whether I'm volunteering at the Special Olympics, the Children's Museum, the local hospital, or the Salvation Army, I know that the more I give, the more lives I will touch, which in turn sharpens my leadership potential. I'm so excited for this next chapter in my leadership journey, and would like for all of you to join me. It is an organization I founded based upon these principles of serving, called Surf Plus One. The mission of Surf Plus One is simple: to do at least 1 hour of community service each month, with an added twist. That added twist is bringing in another volunteer to help with efforts each month. So, in January, my friend Maya and I will go to the shelter and volunteer there. In February, Maya will bring her friend Josh, and I'll bring my friend Amy. Each month, this exponential impact will not only grow in commitment to the community, but will impact lives of thousands. By the end of 2015, Serve Plus One has a goal of over 3,000 community hours. That's servant leadership in action. Call me nerdy, but I've always been one of those students who enjoy school and being around teachers. Teaching and being teachable is an immeasurable aspect of leadership. Other than our parents, teachers are the people who most support our leadership maturity. And as important as it is being a teacher, what I'm talking about is actually having a teacher in your life that will help encourage your leadership journey. We need to be surrounded by the positive influences that teachers, parents, and mentors give starting at a young age. When we are inundated by these positive images, we have a much better chance of exhibiting these strong leadership traits as we grow. Whether or not we decide to be teachers in the classroom, on the court, on the field, at home, or in our peer groups, we will definitely be teachers in the world. And for that, we have our teachers to thank because they truly help nurture our new leadership potential. As strong-minded as we young adults are, the fact of the matter is that we have quite a bit left to learn. That learning is part of our leadership journey. My father always says you cannot lead where you do not go, and my dad hit it right on the head with this one. We can't expect to run out into the world headfirst without knowing anything. As young leaders, we need a strong foundation and a good support system that will be patient with us while we grow. Anyone here ever make a mistake? It seems as kids and young adults, we have the potential for making lots of mistakes, daily even. My dad also says, it's not the mistake that determines your character. It's what you do after the mistake that teaches you the lesson. After all, without mistakes, we wouldn't have fireworks, chocolate chip cookies, the pacemaker, chocolate chip cookies, microwave ovens, chocolate chip cookies, and Post-it notes. While I'm not suggesting that you go out and intentionally cause disruption and ruckus, part of strengthening your leadership potential involves learning and applying what you've learned in order to do the most good. Just ask Sir Alexander Fleming, who, by mistake, created the wonder drug penicillin. What are we going to create? What TED Talk will you deliver on this stage when it's your turn? Now, I'm not suggesting that you lead a group of people to battle like Joan of Arc, nor am I suggesting that you challenge a network of terrorists like Malala. What I am suggesting is that you make a commitment to lead. Robert Jarvik said, leaders are visionaries with a poorly developed sense of fear and no concept of the odds against them. If that doesn't epitomize a child ready to take on the world, I don't know what does. I urge you to be that type of childlike leader. It is inherent within us. It is in our DNA, and the world is waiting for us. Thank you.